Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we will learn about creating Helm charts. So to create a Helm chart, we have the Helm create command. So to create a chart, we can execute the Helm create command, followed by the name that we want to give to this chart. Okay. For example, my chart. So when we press enter here, Helm create a directory with a set of files and folders inside it. So we have two directories, the charts and the templates directories. And then here we have the .helm ignore, the chart.yaml and the values.yaml files. Okay. If you want to understand the purpose and the role of each one of these files and directories, we will go here to the Helm documentation, and then here if we go to the chart template guide in the getting started section, so here we find the chart folder structure. So first of all, we have the templates directory, and it is for template files. Template files are YAML files with some dynamic properties. We will learn more about them just in a few minutes. So when Helm evaluates a chart, it will send the content of the templates directory to the template rendering engine, and then it will collect the results of the templates and sends them to Kubernetes to apply them in the cluster. Okay. Then we have the values.yaml file. In this file, we store default values of the chart. Okay. And then this value can be overridden either when we install the chart or when we upgrade a release. Then we have the chart.yaml file. This file is used to store metadata about the chart, like the chart name, the description of the chart, the chart version, the chart type. So it is used to store metadata about the chart. And finally, we have the chart directory, and this directory is used to store charts that this chart depends on. Okay. And they are called subcharts. Okay. So now let's go back to VS Code. So what we have to know at this point is that only the templates folder and the chart.yaml file are required to start working with this chart. So I will remove the values.yaml file, the Helm ignore file, and the charts directory. So this is the content of the chart.yaml file. So here we have the IPR version, the chart name, the chart description, the type of the chart, and finally the version. Okay. If we go here to the templates folder, so here we have some YAML files. I will delete all of them. So now what we put here in the templates folder is the YAML file of the Kubernetes objects that I want to create. Okay. For example, here we want to create a chart, and we want, when we install this chart, a config map is created. Okay. So for that, I will create a YAML file here in the templates folder, and this YAML file will contain the configuration of the config map. So I will call this file message config map. So now here we will put the configuration of the config map. So we start with the IPI version. So it is v1. Then we have kind. It is a config map. Then here in the metadata sections, we will give a name to this config map. We will call it message config map. Then here we have the data section. In the data section, we will have a property called message, and we will store this message. This chart works fine. Okay, so now the YAML file of the config map is ready. Now we can start working with this chart. For example, we can install this chart. To install the chart, so we execute the Helm install command, followed by the name that we want to give to this release. For example, my chart release, followed by the chart reference. So here, / my chart. Okay, so the path to the chart. Now let's press enter. So we see here that the chart was deployed successfully, and we can list the releases using Helm list. So now we have a release with this name, my chart release. Okay, and if we list the resources created when this release was created using the Helm status command followed by the release name, my chart release with the -- show resources option. So now we see here that we have only one object, and it is a config map. Okay, we can also get the config map using kubectl. So kubectl get config map. So here we see the message config map created by this chart. So our chart works as expected, but here if we try to create a new release using the same chart, we get an error. Okay, so let's first of all change the release name. Here we get this error because a config map with this name, message config map, already exists in the default namespace in the cluster. Okay, so here we need to find a way to change the name of the config map for each release. Okay, because here we have hard-coded the name of the config map in the YAML file here in the templates directory, and it will be always message config map. So whenever we try to create a release, the name of the config map will be the same, and it will be always message config map. So here the name of the config map should be unique for each release. Okay, and for that we can use the Helm built-in object. So if we go here to the built-in object in the Helm documentation, so we will find here that we have many built-in objects that we can use when working with Helm. For example, here we have the release object. So here using this object, we can access the name of the release, the namespace in which this release lives. We can check if this release is upgraded or is installed. We can check the revision number. We have the values built-in object. We will see how to work with this object later. We have also the chart built-in object, the subcharts object, the files object, and also we have the capabilities object and the template object. Here when creating a chart, we can work with the release object to guarantee that the name of the config map, for example, will be unique for each release. Okay, and we can do that by combining this name that we are giving here, the message config map, with the name of the release by accessing this property, the name property of the release object. Okay, and we can do that very easy by adding here a template directive. So a template directive starts with two opening curly braces and ends with two closing curly braces. Okay, and then here we mention the object that we want to use, which is the release object. So here we want to access the release object, and specifically we want to access the name, a property of the release object. So here we have .release .name. Now whenever we create a release using this chart, so the name of the config map will be message config map combined with the release name. Okay, so let's try that again. So first of all, if we list the releases now, so now we have the my chart release. I will install this release. So Helm install my chart release. Let's list the releases again using Helm list. So now we didn't have any release. Let's now create a new release. So I will call it release -1 followed by the chart reference, which is my chart. Okay, so now the release was created. If we see the resources created when this release was created using the Helm status command followed by the release name, so release -1 with the -- show resources option. So here we have the config map, and the name of the config map is now message config map -release -1. Okay, so as we specify here in the YAML file, so it is message config map combined with the name of the release. The same thing will happen if we create another release. So I will call this one my release -2. So let's see the resources. So now the name of the config map is message config map release -2. So always for any release, the name of the config map will be message config map combined with the name of the release. So this way we can confirm that the name of the config map will be unique for each release. But here we still have another problem. The problem is that whenever we create a release, always the config map will have the same message. Okay, so always the message stored in the config map is this chart works fine. So there is no way to customize the Helm chart installation. There is no way that we can use to change the message stored in the config map. Okay, and if we create another release, for example, so here if we try to create another release, I will call it release -3, and if we use the -- set option, for example, we set the message to a new value like so new message. So at this point, this option will not change the message stored in the config map. So here we want to be able to customize the Helm chart installation, and we want to make the user able to override the message property of the config map. And that's what we will learn in the next lecture. So that's it for now, and thank you very much. See you next time.